Hey, coaches, welcome back to Football Talk with Coach Chip right here on YouTube. Presented by Just Play Sports Solutions and their wonderful Just Play app. Check it out. We'll hear from them more later. Got a great video for you today. I think they're all good, but I just love this one. I've really come to love the 49ers since Shanahan has been there. They do a lot of wide zone, outside zone stretch, whatever you call it. But they're so good with their gap scheme. As a matter of fact, there are illustrations in the gap down backer manual from the 49ers that looks just like this. I mean, spitting image. As a matter of fact, when I saw the video on Twitter/X that my buddy Dane Messer, Danemesser, why do I spell it? Find him on Twitter X. He's a great follow. Puts a ton of good content out there, a lot of good videos, stuff like this. He loves running the football. He loves the gap scheme. And I tried to get him to come on the podcast that you can find wherever you catch podcasts, but he won't do it. And I said, I tell you what, just keep posting that good stuff, man, and creating content for Coach Chip, and we'll be good. And so this is courtesy of Dane Messer. As a matter of fact, when he posted it, my comment was, this is great stuff. You just made my next video. And it's not the first time. So the Niners using the crab technique. The only reason I call it that is because that's what I was told they call it. We always just called it turnout or fan. And we mostly used it with tight ends. We would do that a lot if we didn't have a real physical tight end. We'd have him turn out on the outside guy, and then we would kick the guy that the tight end would normally block down on. But a lot of the pro teams and a lot of the D1 college teams are using this technique on their power scheme, as you can see here in the diagram. Let's go ahead and get moving and talk about this great concept that the Niners ran recently. And what's in the book, the diagram about what it is, it's still shots showing how we do it, showing you the rump line and all that. That's from a few years ago. And that's how well they do. Or what I should say, that's how well they're coached. Chris Forster, who's been with the 49ers since 2018, and he's in the book that's about Shanahan, McVay, the guy at Miami, and the guy that's at Green Bay. That book's about them. The why is everything. And they talk about Chris Forster. He's done a tremendous job. I don't know when he took over the O-line. He's been with the program with the organization since 18. But he does such a good job from year to year, you can't tell. I mean, they're just so consistent. He is one of the best offensive line coaches right now in football, NFL, college, whatever. He does a tremendous job. All right. Remember, the YouTube channel brought to you by Just Play Sports Solutions. This is the best play drawing tool ever, but it's so much more than that. The kids they get an app on their phone. You put the playbook in there, the game plan in there, the scouting report in there. They'll never lose it. It's always with them. No more printing, no more having to worry about that. No more worried about it falling into the wrong hands. It's on their phone. It's on the kid's phone. All three service academies use Just Play Sports Solutions Just Play app, as well as half the Ivy League, Penn State, Clemson, Iowa, UCLA, Arizona State, Oklahoma State, and the Baltimore Ravens this year have signed on using Just Play Sports Solutions Just Play app. You got to look at it. I use it for the play drawing tool. You can get a personal account, much cheaper, obviously, than the team account. It becomes your own private vault of plays. I've got literally hundreds of files in my app with thousands of plays, which all the diagrams you see here on Football Talk with Coach Chip are done with that, and they have been since 2021, which is about a year after I started making them. Look, the gun power spread system. This week, I've sold like 6 of them. Yesterday, I was busier than a one-arm paper hanger in a hurricane. And I was sending these out. It's only $100. Folks, you don't have to pay me up front. Ask for it. I'll send it to you. I'll send you all 4 of them. You take your time. You check them out. You like them. You send me $150. If you buy them all individually, it's $210. So you're getting a $60 discount. Or one way to look at it is like you're getting the jet manual and the gun power spread system manual. You're getting them for $150, and I'm throwing in the Big Book of Bucks and the OL manual. If you buy the OL manual, send me your address, and I will mail you the paperback version, so you'll have an ebook to present to all your kids and your coaches, and you'll have the paperback to mark up and to highlight. I had a coach ask me about extra paperbacks. I went, oh, let me see. I did the math, and I said, okay, each paperback, you pay for the one to get the ebook, and the paperback is $30. Each additional paperback is $15. That covers my expense of printing them, having them printed, and the expense of shipping them. It's right at $5 for each of them. It's right at $5 to ship them. It's right at $5 to have them printed. So that covers that. So if you want extra books when you make the order, because the head coach wants one, the OC wants one, the O-line coach wants one, or whatever, the ninth grade coach, you need one for him, the middle school coach, that's fine, only $15 more, so it's half price. And I can't do better than that because I got to cover my expenses as well. All right, so check it out. I'll send them to you. You won't get the paperback until you pay me, but I'll send you the ebooks of all 4 of these systems free gratis for a trial. You look at it, you like it, you pay me. If you don't, all I ask is you delete it and keep watching Football Talk with Coach Chip. The offensive line manual right here. I'm not going to say all this. We'll get to what we're here to talk about today. But the O-line manual is selling like crazy. And I just got notification from Amazon where they dropped some money in my account. You can get it on Amazon, $29.99. I prefer you hit me up at siegel.chip@gmail.com. Order directly from me. I've already had them printed. They're here at the house. And I'll just be honest with you. I make more money if you buy it from me. And I've had coaches ask me that. They're kind of savvy to how Amazon works. I make more money if you order directly from me, and you get the ebook if you order directly from me. Now, I've had some coaches overseas who have ordered it through Amazon because they'd never heard of me until it popped up on Amazon. And when they contact me, I said, oh, that's great. I'm going to send you the ebook. And so they get the ebook, even if they order through Amazon, but they have to reach out to me. And I can't remember, I wrote the book over a year ago, if I put in there, if you've got this book and you don't have the ebook, but maybe, I don't know. All right, as I make this, it's the middle of November. I'm trying to get to 5K subscribers by the end of the year. So we got about 6 weeks, y'all. I need 109 to get to 5,000 subscribers. Who'd have thunk it? Not this guy, not this country boy from L.A., the real L.A., Lower Alabama. It's flooring. It's gobsmacking that happened. But I appreciate all of y'all that have subscribed. If you think you are, double check. I just checked the other day. The video I put in the other day had like 200 plays within like 12 hours. 31% of the people watching those videos were not subscribed. Now, Google, YouTube's not, their algorithm or their people say about usually half. Most YouTube channels that are relatively well watched, I'm not talking about the guys that have 1 million subscribers, I'm talking about guys like me, about half of the viewers are subscribers. So just within 12 hours, I had 200 views, and 31% of those didn't subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Nothing happens to you. I promise. If you've already subscribed, there's 2 things you can do for me. You can share it on your social media, tell your fellow coaches about it, all that good stuff. But the holiday season's coming up. As I make this, we are 6 days from Thanksgiving. If anybody at your Thanksgiving gathering leaves their phone unattended, you go ninja. You scoop that joker up, you open up their YouTube app on their phone, and you subscribe on the Football Talk with Coach Chip. We'll just keep that our little secret right here. If you do subscribe, you get all available, these free resources. This is an old card. I've got 64 now. There's a pinned post on Instagram, Twitter X, and my Facebook group, Football Talk with Coach Chip Facebook group, that's got an up-to-date card that has all 64 free resources, and they're yours for the asking. I'll email them to you as attachments, and all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, okay? So please do that today. The podcast is going great guns, over 70 episodes in. We did 50 season 1. We're getting close to 25, halfway through season 2 now. I've got 3 or 4 already in the hopper waiting to drop. And I was just showing a friend of mine a while ago that came by. He's really our bug man, but here in this small town, he's a friend of mine. He's a friend bug man. He's a bug man that's our friend. And he said, "You been staying busy, Coach?" And I said, "Yeah." And I was sitting here at my computer, and I picked up my little whiteboard, old school, still doing it old school with the whiteboard. And I said, "My whiteboard's full for next week. I got it pretty big, but it ain't full. One of those is a doctor's appointment. So if you know anybody you want to get on the podcast, let me know." All right. So here's the play. I'm not going to go through all kind of different versions of it. I'm going to show you exactly how they did it. Then we're going to go to the video, watch the sideline shot or the press box shot and the end zone shot. I was able to find the end zone shot. Dane Messer posted a sideline shot, and I just stumbled on the end zone. I said, "Wait a minute, that's the same play." And so I put them together. It's really cool. So what they did, they lined up, I guess some would call this kind of a trips to the right. They would probably have to defend it like a trips because this guy here can really slip out in the flat. So they declared strength, strong safeties over here. They're almost in a 5-3, I guess 5-2 monster. You want to use the old school term. I've got the nose shaded because he looked shaded on the sideline shot, but on the end zone shot, you can see he's not shaded. And I couldn't understand, why are they shading him weak? And it was just the way it looked on the sideline shot. You look at it and tell me if you think he looks shaded. But on the end zone shot, he's definitely in a 0. He's head up the center. But what they do is they turn out with the play side tackle on the backer. That's to keep the DN from squeezing. And you can watch, he reacts to that. So they can literally trap him. And I've told y'all this before. The counter is nothing but a trap with an extra blocker. Okay? And that's exactly what the counter is. All the counter is, it's a trap with a wrapper coming from the backside, whether it be a lineman or whether it be, usually it's a fullback or an F, an H, or whatever you call it, that sniffer guy. I call him an H. But this guy right here is what I'm talking about. There's your sniffer. All right, so they turn out right here. Play side, he blocks down. They don't use true GDB rules all the time in San Francisco. I'd love to get Coach Forster on the podcast when the offseason gets here. So he slams him. It's not a gallop. You'll see it's not a gallop. He slams him, and it's predetermined. You can tell when you see the end zone, the center's really going to fit up on him and prepare to torque him when he gets that help from the play side guard. And then he comes off and gets that backside backer, the mic right here. Now, if we were running true GDB, the center would release right through here to get that mic, and the play side guard would go down right there. And of course, when you do that, you're risking an athletic mic coming over the top of your center and being there to make the play. And again, and that would happen in the NFL because they've got those kind of dudes. Are you in a league that's got those kind of dudes? I don't know. All right, then, so there's your play side plus the center. The backside guard is not wrapping. He's pull, kick. He's trapping the 4-tech. Maybe he was a 4-eye, the D end. And then the fullback is going to be your wrapper, and he's wrapping to the wheel. And we're going to critique their technique in just a moment. And the backside tackle is going to what I call gap hinge. A lot of folks call it post hinge. I've even called it gap flip because I call it gap flip because I want that guy to step in that gap twice before he flips his hips to get the guy coming up the field. We want to make sure we shut off that backside B gap. That's the kind of stuff that's available to you in the gap down backer manual. That kind of stuff, those coaching points, like the gap flip, that's the kind of things I include in the gap down backer manual. It's 150 pages, all devoted to one blocking scheme, so it's pretty detailed in my opinion. And they do a turnout right here with this backside. It's a flex tight end. It's really a split end. You see his body type. And right before the snap, They short motion him out. And that's eye candy, the window dressing, just trying to get their attention. And what it does, I believe they were in some kind of man or matchup. It keeps this guy from being able to fall in. And you'll see on the end zone shot, he really almost makes the play, and they hadn't done this. It amazes me. You think you're a good football coach, and then you watch these guys in the NFL, and you watch these guys at the D1 level do certain things. Like, their games are won in the margins. This little short motion caught his attention and turned what could have been just a good gainer into an explosive. Because those little things right there. And when I read that book, The Why is Everything, and I'll double check, I think that's the name of it, I was amazed at how much detail they pay attention to things. That's all they do is football. They're not selling insurance. They're not teaching history or government or having a PE class or doing weightlifting. They're not going to faculty meetings. They're not doing bus duty and car line duty. These guys are just football. It's football year round. And so it should be that way. But also they hardly ever run the same play twice exactly the same way. And that was the big thing I got from that book, because I'm a football history guy. Lombardi ran the Packers sweep out of the same cockeyed formation over and over and over again. He didn't give a crap. And it worked. And that's where football has evolved. Now, at the end of the day, football is still football. It's about who can block and who can tackle the best. You got to be able to do those things to win. But when everybody can block and tackle well, that's when I say it's won in the margins. It's the least little thing and tweaks. And that's why the NFL is a scheme league. They're coaches now. I'm not saying they don't coach. The development is not as much there. You better come there developed, because they've got a scheme to win. If they got to develop you, your NFL is going to stand for not for long. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's go over to the video. Hey, coaches, let me tell you about our partners over at Just Play Sports Solutions. All the play diagrams on Football Talk with Coach Chip since the spring of 2021 have been done by the My Just Play app Just Play Sports Solutions created. You can find it at myjustplay.com. Team packages, individual packages, which is what I got. With the team package, you create your playbooks, you make scout cards, you can add video to the play so the diagram literally comes to life. The players get an app, they put it on their phone, so you don't have to print any more playbooks, any more game plans, any more scouting reports. And since players never go anywhere without their phones, their playbook is always with them. Contact my buddy Brad Rumsey at brumsey@justplayss.com. brumsey@justplayss.com, or call him by phone at 517-937-5433. Tell him Coach Chip sent you. All right, when I was switching over from the diagram to the video, I went ahead and looked up Chris Forster. He was an analyst in 18, and he had been with Shanahan before. I remember gathering that from the book. And he took over as the O-line coach, run game coordinator around 21, 22, and now he's the assistant head coach and still offensive line coach. And he just got that promotion, but he's been coaching that offensive line now for about 4 or 5 years and just does a great job with them. All right, let's look at the video. See that little short motion at the beginning? And it captures him. It captures his eyes. Okay. All right, now, so a diagram before you hear. Play side tackle uses crab technique, turns out, fan block, whatever you want to call it. We never called it, but we've used it for years. Here's something else I picked up, and see if you can see it in the end zone shot in a little bit. It looks like he's cocked, like he's blocking down. He's really selling it. And he turns out and gets this outside backer. And watch when he gets the outside backer, especially on the end zone shot, he looks back inside to see if he suckered the DN. And he did. The DN stepped out a little bit, did not squeeze. This is how you take care of squeezers. If you can scheme it up and take care of squeezers. All right, the play side guard is going to combo through the. See how he looks like he's kind of shaded? but he's not on the end zone. Talking about the nose. Play side guard is going to combo to the backside backer right here. Okay, the center is going to man block the nose and get help from his play side guard. Going to get a good wham, a good slam from him. Backside guard is going to pull and kick the D in that they've suckered with the fan, with the crab. Backside tackle going to gap hinge, post hinge, the backside defensive end. He does a great job digging this cat out. And the fullback is going to wrap for the play side backer and uses great technique. He's going to say, Coach, that was not a good block. But I'll show you why I think it was a good block, okay? Look here. Pull left, hit left. Pull left, hit left by the right guard, the backside guard. Watch this. Boom. He's coming, watch. Pull left, hit right there. Got his head on the upfield side of the DN. You ain't got to annihilate him. Boom. Right there. All right, now, technique by the wrapper. We teach inside number, inside number. Now, he is just offset. He's an offset fullback. He's really not in a sniffer. He's almost leading on him. Look, he doesn't have to, he's not coming from here. He's not coming from here and wrapping. See, it's more of almost a straight line from where he's offset. Right there, that's good stuff too. That's, again, little nuanced things. Okay, they win in the margins to make this a successful play. I think they did such a great job on the play side. They're going to get 4 or 5 yards if the other stuff doesn't work. But the little things turned it into an explosive play by McCaffrey. Got a little jab step from him, and you can see the linebackers kind of bite on it. Boom. That jab step really set up this guy. Look, because he barely gets him. But let's go back to the wrap, the lead, whatever you want to call it, by the fullback. He's going to attack the inside number, and he kind of misses the guy. But because he attacked the inside number, it allows the running back to hit that thing right downhill. Look at McCaffrey. Once he takes his jab step, y'all, he doesn't come off that line. He does not come off that line. Watch the jab. Now here he comes. He's coming right down the hash. Look at it. He's on the hash. He get backside, the linebacker got a piece of him, knocked him off the hash. It was not a great block by the guard. It was enough of a block, but not a great block. I tell you, I was going to critique him. Heck, I'm 63. I've been doing this stuff over 40 years. I can tell a pro football player. I'm being sarcastic, facetious. But look right there. That's good stuff, cuz. That's good stuff. All right, end zone shot. You can see it's not a gallop by the play side guard. Just good old-fashioned slam. He slams him down. Boom. And see, if it's not for the jab and the linebacker biting a little bit right here, he may not come off to get him. I mean, I'm telling you, this stuff, they win in the margins on Sundays. It's the little things. And I'll tell you this, the time of year we're in high school football, it's playoff time. The deeper you get in the playoffs, the more you're going to have to win in the margins because the teams keep getting better. The little things. Again, attacking that inside number of that backer, which with number 27, he's really not a backer, is he? He's probably a safety that they're inserting in the box. They got what they wanted. I didn't see what happened before this on the play, if they kind of dicked them on personnel. All right, watch this. 27 is going to try to dance, but because the fullback is attacking inside number right there, boom, when he goes to miss him, to avoid him, McCaffrey's right down the hashes, cuz. I mean, that's the way you draw it up. This is like an A-gap power, the way they do it. Oh, I wanted to show you this. Watch the play side tackle. He's going to step out. He sucks the DN out there with him. Look at this. Now, that is a pulling guard's dream of the wet variety. Boom. pull left, hit left. Look right here. He's looking back inside. He said, did it work? Did it work? This is probably nothing but a regular play that they do block gap scheme on. They made a call. I don't know if it was made in the huddle. I don't know if it was made at the line, but they made a call. It, just a tag turned out on him, which made this play go. At 78, just got enough of him. And then we got an explosive. Look, first person going to make contact with him is that safety. Anytime that happens, anytime the safety's first person making contact with your back, your offensive line is doing a job. And there's an explosive down inside the 5. All right, coaches, that's it for this episode of Football Talk with Coach Chip. Don't forget, we're trying to get to 5,000 by the end of the year. And don't forget our sponsor, Just Play Sports Solutions, and their wonderful Just Play app. Opportunity to support Football Talk with Coach Chip. Go over to buymeacoffee.com/Coach Chip and follow the directions there. It's just if you want to leave a gratuity even. Buymeacoffee.com/Coach Chip. Opportunity to support Coach Chip and the channel. Remember, I'm available to you. I've already set some up. Going to be doing some Google Meet clinics with some guys here in the off season. There's some guys already in the off season. And those are the ones looking for answers and looking for ways to get better. So next year they can still be playing. Guys, when you're a football coach, you want to be around when the grass is brown. That means you're playing in November and hopefully December, playing for a title. All right, that's it. Thank you again for being here. Be sure to subscribe, like the video, head over and check out the podcast. I wish I was in your shoes and I had all 70-something of them to listen to too. You're good to go over the holidays if you're going to be traveling. Football Talk with Coach Chip, the podcast. All right, y'all. Until next time, be elite.